Hi you guys, thanks for joining me today. I wanted to teach this first class on allergies and allergic reactions because that was the most recent incident in my family with my 9-year-old son Gray. He was off for the weekend with his dad. He obviously ate something that his body did not like. So he started to get these welts all over his back and his torso. And if any of you have ever had hives or experienced hives, it looks very, very scary. And it's very itchy and very uncomfortable. By the time he got home with me, he was very, very uncomfortable. And it spread really fast. So within one night, he had it just on his back, and then by the next morning it was on his torso, and it was down his arms and his legs, and then it even started to get on his face and up on the back of his head. So he was pretty miserable. I want to talk to you guys about 3 different herbs that I use to help heal his body. The first herb that I want to talk about is chickweed. And chickweed is absolutely amazing. It's an astringent, it's a demulcent, and what I did was, it comes in cut form, and I just used this mesh bag. It's nothing fancy. You can use muslin cloth, whatever, but obviously you want to have something big enough that you can fill up, because you are going to put it in the tub, and you're basically making a big batch of tea to soak in. So I filled this bag up about halfway with the herbs, and then I put it in the tub with Gray. Now I had to make sure that the water wasn't too hot because it seemed to obviously irritate the welts, but if it was just warm enough that he was comfortable, when he was soaking in the tub, it was probably the only time that he didn't itch. And so he would spend hours just soaking in the tub with the chickweed because it helped him so much. So when he did get out of the tub, the other herb, or the other way that I used chickweed, was in this ointment form, and this was life-saving as well. So when he was out of the tub and it started to itch again, because it kind of came in waves, so it would itch for a while and then it would stop itching, and then of course when he did itch a lot, it just made it worse, and then he was just miserable. So he would put and rub this ointment on wherever it was itchy so that he could get relief. But honestly, I saw more of a difference, hands down, with the bathing in the chickweed itself. This did help, but this was probably the best way to use it. The other thing that I used along with chickweed is this formula, and it's called Kitty Soothe. So this is a Dr. Christopher's formula, and he is based in Utah. And it contains marshmallow and astragalus root. So the reason why this is so important is because when the body has an allergic reaction, the immune system is working overtime. So it's actually overstimulated because it's trying to release toxins from the body. And your skin is an eliminatory channel. Having the hives and having all those toxins coming out of his skin was telling me that his body was obviously cleansing. So I want to help his body cleanse as efficiently as I can so that he gets through it quicker, but I also want to calm down the immune system so that it's not overly stimulated. Marshmallow and astragalus is absolutely amazing at that. So it's in a vegetable glycerin base, which is amazing because it makes it palatable. So I was literally giving this to him probably like every 20 to 30 minutes. And he did this for probably, by start to finish, it was about 4 days from the time his hives came on. By the 4th day, he was completely fine and back at school and symptom-free. But it was solely because of these herbs. And people that have these allergic reactions that don't do anything or don't necessarily know what's going on or decide to use Western medicine, a lot of times can experience these symptoms for weeks, which would be absolutely horrible. Knowing that, I was calming down his immune system because it was overworking, it was overstimulating. It doesn't shut the immune system down in any way, it calms it down. So using anything like echinacea that stimulates your immune system would make the symptoms even worse. So that's really important to know. So anytime you're experiencing allergies, echinacea is not the herb to use at that time. It will just make it worse. So I gave him the Kitty Soothe literally every 20 minutes to 30 minutes. Like whenever I thought about it, I would just say, hey Gray, you need to take the herbs, and he would do it. And he took several baths a day for several hours because it really helped with the itching. The itching was probably the worst symptom that he experienced. And then using the chickweed ointment as well. Thank you so much for joining me today in this class, and please don't hesitate with any questions or comments about any of the herbs that I talked about today, or also where you can find them. Thank you so much for being a part of my journey. Mahalo.